Virtual reality. For the longest time, it felt like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But now, it's here. It's in our games, our hospitals, even our schools. What was once just a futuristic dream is now part of our world. And in this explainer, we're going to dive into the absolutely fascinating and, complex impact it's having on the human mind.
And this, right here, this is the whole ballgame. This one idea is the key to everything. It explains why VR isn't just another screen you look at, but a world you feel like you truly inhabit. Our brains, you see, are hardwired to believe what our senses tell us, and VR just kinda hijacks that wiring with incredible precision. So how deep does this illusion really go?
Okay, so first things first, we really need to get our heads around how VR pulls this off. How does it manage to be so darn convincing? Let's take a closer look at the mechanics behind this powerful mental trick.
Now, what's so wild about this is a little concept called immersion. The moment you put on that headset, your senses are just completely taken over. The real world, it just vanishes. And because our brain is so effectively tricked by all these sights and sounds, we start to react emotionally, even physically, as if it's all actually happening. People are often just blown away by how real it all feels.
This immersive power has opened up some pretty incredible new doors, especially in the world of therapy. But, as we're about to see, this amazing tool for healing comes with its own set of risks. It's a real double-edged sword.
So just think about exposure therapy for a second. For someone with a really debilitating phobia, let's say a fear of heights or spiders, VR offers a truly revolutionary solution. It can create this perfectly controlled, totally safe space where they can face those fears head-on, without any actual danger.
And this really shows you what that journey is like. At first, the experience is intense. A patient might feel terrified or even panicked because to their brain, that threat is 100% real. But then, with repeated, controlled exposure, something amazing happens. They start to get used to it. The fear starts to fade, and the outcome is often incredibly effective and really, really encouraging.
But here's the flip side. That same intensity, the very thing that makes the therapy work so well, can be totally overwhelming for some. The realism can actually cause dizziness or nausea. There's a name for it, cybersickness. It's basically your brain getting confused because your eyes are seeing movement but your body isn't feeling it. And for some people, that's a pretty significant hurdle.
All right, let's switch gears a bit. We're moving from the therapist's office to the classroom. In education, VR is promising to make learning more engaging than ever before. But it also brings this risk of creating brand new kinds of confusion.
The potential here is genuinely exciting. Just imagine a history lesson where instead of just reading about ancient Rome in a textbook, a student can literally walk its streets. For kids who might get bored by traditional lectures, these kinds of stimulating, hands-on experiences can get them really excited about learning.
It's an awesome vision, right? But we've got to stop and ask a really important question here. Just because an experience is engaging, does that automatically mean it's a better way to learn?
Well, this is exactly where educators are urging a little bit of caution. The key takeaway seems to be that VR has to be a tool to help teachers, not replace them. If the fun factor starts to overshadow the actual learning, or if the virtual stuff doesn't quite match up with the curriculum, you run the risk of students ending up more confused, not more enlightened.
Okay, now let's get into the really high-stakes world of professional training. For people like pilots and surgeons, VR offers this incredible chance to practice without any peril. But could a perfectly safe simulation actually have an unexpected downside?
The appeal here is a no-brainer. Trainees get to practice these incredibly complex, risky procedures over and over again. They can build their confidence, their competence, and it's all got to be highly satisfying. And all the while, you completely eliminate any real-world consequences if they make a mistake.
It honestly sounds like the perfect system, doesn't it? But what happens when that total lack of consequences becomes the main lesson? What if the safety net of the simulation creates a whole new unforeseen risk?
And this brings us to this big concern of desensitization. Psychologically, think about it. If you get used to making mistakes that have zero negative reinforcement, the fear is that you might become a little too relaxed, maybe even complacent. This could leave you seriously unprepared for the immense gravity and the intense pressure of a real emergency, where mistakes have very, very real consequences.
So, from therapy to the classroom to the cockpit, it is crystal clear that VR is having a profound impact on our psyche. It's actually forcing us to redefine our entire relationship with reality itself.
And this list really just drives that point home. It perfectly illustrates the sheer scope of VR's impact.
It can make you feel this incredible spectrum of emotions, from being surprised and excited to terrified and panicked. It can leave you feeling satisfied and enlightened, or confused and frightened. It is a true emotional roller coaster, all powered by a digital illusion.
At the end of the day, this is probably the biggest takeaway of all. Whether it fascinates us or alarms us, one thing is for sure, this technology is fundamentally changing our perception of the world. That once clear line between what's virtual and what's real is just getting blurrier every single day.
And that leaves us all with one final crucial question to chew on. As we keep pushing into this new digital frontier, and as that line continues to fade, where should we land? Should we be more excited about all the incredible possibilities? Or maybe a little more disturbed by the potential pitfalls? It's something we're all going to have to decide for ourselves.